Now they can hear you. What up? It's your boy AB doing another video for y'all. Here with my boy Saint Scenes. Can they hear you? Can you hear me? Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You hear me?
Yep, good.
So I wanted to talk about just the new stuff that's been going on. We got Rowdy Rebel just came home. The whole Bobby Shmurda situation. I wanted to talk about Rollo, Big Meech, bring it back a little bit because a lot of these guys that got locked up back in the day, they now starting to come home, 5 years later, 10 years later. And, are they going to stay home? Probably not.
I mean, like, Rollo, I feel like the Rollo situation is some bullshit. Like, they've been building a case on Rollo for forever, but they also loaded up that whole thing on the fact that he's famous, he's a rapper, you feel me? And so a lot of the logistics of some of these guys, music that are going on now and in this current time in crisis are experiencing the infamy of being a music artist. It's doubly dangerous, whether you live in the background and have some criminal activity, or you feel me? Some of these young dudes ain't got none of that. You feel me? I mean, we see the exception to the which is blind shit where motherfuckers didn't know what's going on or whatever. But like that,
Hold on, Saint. Hold on 1 sec. Do you have your phone sitting on something?
Yeah, I got it sitting on the nightstand.
Yeah, flip it upside down. Flip it upside down.
Upside down. All right, how about like this?
Or sideways.
That better?
Yeah, that's better.
All right, cool.
And you were saying that the whole Takashi 6ix9ine situation.
Yeah, but even more than Takashi. What's the skinny from the 6 or the 9 or whatever?
Yo, skinny from the 9.
Like you see a lot of people coming in on a wave, so to speak, or vibe that has been illustrated by the powers that be that are funding that. You feel me? And then you have some guys that have truly they've escaped that lifestyle. You feel me? They made it out that lifestyle. But at the same time, that history and the background, you should come back calling your name. I think Casanova's gonna be this case. I honestly do. They didn't want to get him out on bond. They're not rushing because they knew they ain't got nothing. That's what I think. Nobody knows. But even like with Rollo should be in this case. Bobby, they didn't want Bobby to come home before Rowdy Rebel with the good behavior and all because they knew Rowdy Rebel was coming home on account of Bobby taking all that. You know what I'm saying? So it almost, for the criminal justice system, I feel like, they already got a target on the black man, but the black celebrity male, especially, you feel me, has a target on his back because he is dealing with the aspect of not only the negativity surrounded by whatever he does, whether he's an athlete, whether he's a fucking music artist, whether he's a independent black fucking car dealer. It don't matter, man. The mayor, you can be anything, but there's an aspect of it that says, well, let's see how you fuck it up before they give you the benefit of the doubt. And so, with rappers, especially, they don't even give you no benefit of the doubt. They just like, oh, you gonna fuck it up eventually. We're just gonna give you some time. Let you do what you do.
Yeah.
And so, in the case of, like, before we were on camera recording, I said to you, we had talked about Rowdy before, and I see the worry prescribed by, hip-hop media, because they're like, aligning yourself with similar type of people or affiliates is only doomed for, similar situations.
Yeah.
And that ain't all true nowadays, but I see where that's coming from. And also because of the the boys is idolized. Sitting down and being spit up back. You feel me? And I don't know, man. I see the waves going around New York right now because of Rowdy getting home and Bobby coming home next year probably before Christmas. But you gotta look at the other aspect too. I actually remember who it was, but it might have been a conversation off a club room or something else. I think it was Rectified Nine or somebody talking in aspect. You gotta look at how many rappers went down this year for crimes. You feel me? Like, look at all these no-name rappers. And I would call them no-name respectfully because they only become affiliated as a music artist because of the fact they went down for the crime and that's the only thing they can track back on them. So, like, the dude yesterday, I think in Florida, I don't know, mixed kid or something, but he got dreads, 54 dreads, died trying to break into a house.
Where was this?
In Florida somewhere. I don't know where exactly, but it was somewhere in Florida that this kid kills himself trying to burglarize a house. Taking through the window, slides clothes on him on his neck while he's trying to crawl in that motherfucker. Killed him, right? They find him like that. Ain't no window dead, right? Fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Very second thing that come out after he came out and died breaking in. He said he was a SoundCloud rapper or something like that, right? We got all these motherfuckers going down for EDD fraud, right? Them coming out with music videos and stuff. This is what the IRS tracked back and got to the point that they even investigated. You gotta look at the potential surrounding being a music artist right now. It's a hazardous, very hazardous. Like, I get somebody else think this too. That being a rapper is one of the most dangerous careers in the world right now. And I'm not trying to glamorize it. I'm trying to be, a little bit more pessimistic and explaining this because of the fact that you idolized and glamorized. But to be honest, when you look at the ratio of successful to failed or people that died and got locked up before they even saw the fruition of what they were working on, it's not a very successful place, you feel me? And it's very dangerous because people don't make it out. And it's supposed to be a way to make it out, you feel me? So I think if the youth and the powers that be and the OGs and the elders all in this community, this culture, don't start physically grabbing a hold of the culture and ushering it in the proper direction, we're going to continue to see it. We're going to continue to see, it's going to be a new Takashi. It's going to not even be Takashi next time, because that's going to be the goal, is to just be the biggest name. You feel me? For what infamy. Infamy is starting to get looked at, and I don't know why. It's good courage, and it's not. The infamy used to hurt because a lot of times people will follow you on your infamy alone.
Yeah.
You feel me? Let's check out what you're doing because you're infamous for trolls. So some of the internet trolls are some of the most successful people lately. They all start out, bumping somebody else's ass.
Yeah,
online.
like Stitches when he was after.
That's hilarious. A lot of people, I don't even know if the Jets is my boo. That's my dog. You feel me? But look at a lot of the comedians and even music people have made, internet conflict a viable source of attention. You feel me? And it draws a lot of infamy. You feel me? And it ain't just them, it's a lot of people. The most crazy shit going on right now. Lil Baby wife or fiance, Tiana Trump going at it. And Lil Baby wife, I don't believe she does anything but this beautiful. I think that's the only thing she can go straight at children. I think that's enough. You feel me? Tiana Trump, we all know, well, if you're mad and you don't know who Tiana Trump is, that's your own thing. But I know who Tiana Trump is. Tiana Trump's a very successful porn star that is very respected in the hip-hop community. Because, she's not fine as fuck. But also, you feel me? She's not.
Listen, this.
And they going back and forth on Twitter about if she gave Lil Baby a mouth. And that's crazy. You feel me? Infamy. But see, so where women can be infamous for just salacious stuff like that, it's much harder for a man to be infamous without some kind of law breaking or non-abiding in the law. You feel me? You ain't gotta technically break the law to get arrested.
Yeah.
It's just not abiding the law. If you see a nigga rob a store and he jump in the car with you and you don't call the police, you're not abiding in the law. You become a party to a crime. And a lot of us get charged that way.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? But
this is how I wanted to start my
it's important, man. It's important. Like, this stuff, you got places that with you.
Hold on. Pause this real quick.
You won't get away with this.
Yeah, like I have these conversations with you, that's a bit of my penance. We continuing to at least do my part to speak where I cannot act so much or to act where I cannot speak so much. You feel me? And I had these conversations with you. I have a couple conversations. I do a couple things with music shit in respect to those things. But we all do. If we all think, but man, I got this motherfucker that I know would be cool. Oh, yeah, just get him songs. You know, develop the artist. You know, develop anything you feel like investing time in it. You gotta look at it like it's food or a vegetable. It's something that's gonna grow from that. Like,
quite a digital footprint you're making. You don't mind my saying so.
You done done with this whole, personality as a vlogger. You feel you invested in that. You even showed me a long time ago, and I thank you as a friend, showing me to invest in my talents. You feel me?
Yeah.
And to nurture those things. Don't just have them sitting over here and think I'm going to be able to, dribble between my legs and dunk behind my back till I'm 45. You feel me? That's ridiculous. And I mean, rap's not like a sport, but it is. You feel me?
Yep. So I also wanted to talk about the whole, like how you said, okay, we got Rowdy Rebel out. Now this man is out because Bobby Shmurda took a lesser or a higher sentence for him, and then he's coming out, he's throwing up gang signs already, he's chilling with the same people. I know a lot of friends of mine who went to jail, came home to the same block, did the same thing, got the same.
Right back in, just for hanging around with the niggas till they was like, yo, I told you not to hang around these type of niggas. I know what you're getting. Is that what you're getting at? My bad for cutting you off.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't get the fact of like, yo, what, like you were just sitting in a cell, my boy.
And this too. When you got money, when you coming home to money, and you coming home better, never forget that Rowdy and Bobby were on the incline when they went in. I mean, they haven't really seen their zenith on the street yet. You feel me? And all the money and success is from those past visions. And in light of that, you feel me? They came home to a better situation because now they have this money, and that money's gonna call for a certain amount of legal advice. It's gonna take care of them in all those situations. You know, there's this guy in New York, he's an IG personality, I think New York Lawyers at Work. And I only bring him up to say this. I'm not a lawyer, but I wonder why he hasn't even spoke on that same thing, because I think of it and I'd be like, yo, that's real shit though, because they stipulate that anytime you parole, you can't have interactions with so and so and so and so.
Yeah, and then you come home, and when he came home, he like literally came out the doors into gang members' hands. Now, I watched this guy Hassan Campbell on YouTube, and he's always talking about this stuff, and he basically said like, yo, as soon as Rowdy came home, he's hanging around gang members. Not only is he hanging around gang members, these people are under investigation. They under the telescope of the FBI right now. You know what I mean?
Right now,
So it's just like it's like almost being set up for failure. And
I see what you're saying. Definitely.
and now, okay, so now let's talk about like people like Big Meech and Rollo, right? Now these guys are labeled drug lords and high ranking gang members, and these guys were controlling stuff, running people, running compounds and operations and real organized crime, mob shit, and like just like I think his name is Tukey Williams. He's like the founder of the Crips. Yeah, he like even like Tukey. They put him in jail, in prison, and
you get in jail though for being a murderer.
well, yeah, I know, I understand that too, but like, okay, so they're throwing these drug lords.
Like it was like I don't respectfully.
Not only
Like that's what he was charged. He was charged for murdering people. And people forget that Tiki Williams got a Pulitzer Prize, I believe, for a child's book. You feel me? As to where Big Meech was a key finance in a large drug trafficking ring by conviction. I'm not saying this because I know that. I'm saying this by conviction. That's what he was convicted of.
yeah.
You feel me? Rollo was really the christening of how they doing records now with this Rico shit. Gang affiliation will get you to Rico so quick.
Yeah, and like these guys, okay, so these guys went to, they went to prison, and they're not being released or helped or none of that. They're not.
Your boy AR in there dealing with a crazy infection right now. It's just like that very thing. Like AR ain't the most famous person, but a lot of folks remember AR from when Drake was beefing with me because he's from Philly.
Yeah.
Drake mentioned him in a song. But my point in mentioning that is that, like, see, yeah, once you get into that state custody, even that federal custody is better for everybody. And I don't mean that either. Neither custody is good for the black man, but federal custody is monumentally, you're treated way better. You feel me? You get better everything. You feel me? Better medical, better everything. You feel me? State is limited by the powers of being that state that feel that they've garnered enough wages that way. And I don't know exactly what that means, but I know it means that they don't get as much money and it's not regulated as well.
These people, man, they're basically going through all of this stuff, and they're being, held down. Like, I'm watching these stories, like, damn, like, this is crazy stuff that's going on. Like, and I guess at the end of the day, this is America. Like, people are gonna do what they want to do, but it's just crazy how the whole system is unfolding, for some of these guys, because You know, like, I don't know. I just feel bad for them. Like, you know, I don't think Big Meech deserved 30 years in prison. I don't.
Well, you know, there's another thing too. You gotta understand, Meech and Rollo don't do probably better than a lot of guys. If Casanova get convicted, he'll probably get served a harsher sentence than Rollo is dealing with. Also, because Rollo and Meech was charged before the drug act. You feel me? All that over sentencing that happened to drug dealers. You feel me?
Yeah.
And Rollo fall under the RICO Act for that. Being I think they do that in his paperwork as a distributor of heroin or something crazy.
Wow.
So man, I don't even read the paperwork like that. I just read the headlines. So try to stay up on it, but not into it because I was just telling my G that you feel me. Sometimes a lack of understanding will lead to overstanding. By the time you overstand something, you stuck in it. And yeah, some of them look like they're dealing with ill intentions by the state first and foremost. They're dealing with an archaic system that looks to get a conviction that says I'm right because I'm right most of the time more than I'm right or wrong. You feel me?
Yeah.
And a lot of that, I mean, we don't fall first victim whether we famous or not today, no matter what. But a lot of these celebrities out there is starting to realize that they're not too far. What the hell do you do? Okay, alright, chill out. I'm recording right now, dude. Dog, the man, so the dog starts barking, just know that my dog is here.
It's all good.
But, and the system in respects to rappers, right, is something that is always been in place. I mean, you watch the Son Campbell, so you know, like, I mean, I'm not going to get into detail because that's that man's thing, but Hassan has put us on point about a lot of rappers that they actually conflicted with what they put on these tracks. You feel me? And then certain things, certain activities, just like even back when motherfuckers was coming out as being them put this nigga Daniel Hernandez on, it's like, yeah, why would you standing with around these niggas? You feel me? And the shit just looked funny. It looked funny. And then I mean look at the whole situation. Like I saw another blogger, right? I think his name is Bridget or Glizzy. And he's talking about the whole tag the artist scam, which is illegal. You feel me?
What do you mean?
You know, these celebrities taking money from undiscovered independent artists. Really just a whole scam and a bunch of promotion going and maybe even nothing agreed to, and that way in the end you get sued, all you gotta do is shot the motherfucker out a couple times. That's really what the scam is. And a long not young artist. As an artist with music out here that's on certain contacted like this myself before by some artists I won't name, but some big artists, blue check artists.
Yeah.
Actually throw up some money to do a fucking mixtape or even like participate in the contest. But I mean, I think Freddie Gibbs said it best. If you did that and your rationality didn't tell you, let me check this out first. And you jumped out there because you saw this shit on the internet, a blue check, or you confirmed that that artist's age, then you stupid. And you anybody coming up in a harsh environment of life should have enough to know. Before you let a motherfucker tell you dropped your pocket or your shoelaces untied, you secure yourself before you look at that shit because a nigga might bop you and take your money. You feel me? And so it's a lot of things. It's just like, hey, I don't see nobody talking about this G Herbo thing either. And I'm gonna mention it really briefly because I don't want to get into the tax styles, but G Herbo's baby mama, bad current lady, Ari, is listed as a witness, PI, in the fraud case against Herbo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I've seen another rapper that I respect and I follow. I won't mention his name though to keep him out of the top. But I've seen him speak on it briefly, and he was very, very, very critical, but he's very black and white. He said, "Bitch, you die." And he specifically said, "I'm talking about this situation. And if you did, then you die." He said, "You knew what you was riding with." And I'm gonna say this: before we make the decision of the man versus the woman, let's make this a thing of true trust and loyalty. You feel me? And start looking at what we stand and what we stand on. Before we start judging Ari or Herbo, I need us to look at this situation and say, what part of my toxicity made you do this? You feel me?
Yeah. So, like, all right, a lot of the artists right now are starving, one because of the pandemic, and not only that, I feel like they're only being notarized or even spoken about like that because they're artists. Number one, they're popular already, so they're trying to discredit their name and bring them down. And two, I feel because it's a distraction from something bigger. Like Hassan Campbell be saying all the time, like, yo, there's something big going on. And
yeah, that's why I'm not gonna lie, I'm sharing this on your thing. Whenever you drop this, it'll probably be news already. But we got a project lined up to release the end of this year, right? So for myself, go look up Dirt House Records. Go check out dirthouserecords.com. Go buy some merch. I have an album coming out to their record label. It'll be my second album. It's called Dope World. We're going to release this year for my birthday. But we're not because I just feel like there's some shit coming still. But we are going to release a track from that album before the end of the year.
yeah.
My point in bringing that up, besides to blow myself, because there definitely was a point, was that a lot of people are not looking at the big picture right now. Everybody's looking at the Smokey, no. Smoke, no, I'm on the phone. Hey, what you doing, dude? Come on, blood, come here. All right, sit down. Anyway, don't you do it? Smoke. Man, anyway, I'm gonna try to wrap this up, bro. A big part of why I'm hesitating and I'm waiting on my project is because I feel like there's still some dirt under the rug before they pull this bitch from under our feet. I'm on the phone. I got you. I knew that. Thank you. Just leave it at the door. But some guys you can see are preparing. Kendrick's been quiet as fuck all year. Doing what he wants to do. Cole been very vigorously letting it's a lot of stuff going on. If you're really in the music industry, if you're really in the entertainment field, just look at how things going on. It's been a lot of live stream concerts. Benny the Butcher just had a live stream, I think last weekend or beginning of this week. No halftime shows. This late in the year, we at least get some kind of halftime performance. And even last year, the halftime performances was like lightweight streaming.
Yeah.
You know, there was in unannounced locations, and this was before the COVID. So I think if we look at the way we're being conditioned and presented things, I'm going to joke all the time with all of y'all, with you and a bunch of other confidants, usually in jest out of a platform like this. Look how comfortable We all got coordinated masks with our feet, but his mask all came out the gym. So coordinating the mask was something they conditioned us for.
Yeah. So look at man, just look at T Grizzly though. When he came home, you know, like he ain't go all crazy. Like you know what I mean? Like he made music about what he did. And he made his money and he stayed in his lane. They even killed his aunt.
Now fast forward, hold up. You can't leave out. You can't leave out this part because you brought him up. And most interesting, in fact, his two other co-defendants got released this year. You know who his co-defendants was?
Who?
His little brother, or his big brother,
And his mom.
and his mama. And they came home to a bag. Not
Yep.
because crime paid, but because taking care of your own pays. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that should be more important than anything. If they take anything from any of these talks I have with you, or any talks motherfuckers have about people that we've talked about at least, you should notice that taking care of your own. Look at it this way. Before we get out of here, I'm gonna say this. We spoke on Big Meat, right?
Yep.
You think Big Meat hurting?
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's hard to say, honestly.
All right, I'm gonna go out there on a risk and say he's not, because he's still taking interviews. I think he put out a book or something, and I know Southwest T, his little brother, just came home. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Big Meech is not hurt. You think about John Gotti. John Gotti died in jail with pneumonia, I think, or something like that. One of the motherfuckers
And John Gotti died with pneumonia.
in jail, I think.
John
Might
Gotti.
be Al Capone. I don't remember.
Yeah, that was Al Capone. John Gotti died, I think, of cancer in prison.
Okay, can't. Al Capone died of pneumonia. Big Meech, if we lining them up against mob bosses and stuff, Big Meech might come home.
Yeah.
Richard Big, his brother already home.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Meech's gonna be alright. But I ain't get out of here, man. I got some unboxing to do. It's been a pleasure. As always, be sure to look out for
Alright.
Dope World coming soon. The Great Escape's out there now. Go stream A Great Escape by Saint Dens.
Go check it out. Saint Sins, you heard me.
Also find me on Instagram, Saint_Sin. Make sure you hit that like and follow button for this on all streaming platforms. That's Twitch, that's YouTube, and so on. If you see this on Instagram and you see my face and you don't know who's doing this, hi. But anyway, it's been a blessing, AD. Thank you for the time.
You already know. I'm going to holler at you, Saint. Thanks for your input. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Yep. Later.
Alright.